concerned this week hearing about this new strain that's been circulating pretty rapidly in the UK. CDC says it's probably here undetected. And I mean, I think it's probably hard to argue against that, right?
That's right. I am concerned, and it likely is here.
The United Kingdom has detected another new strain of coronavirus, which appears to be even more infectious than the last.
As ministers said, a new variant of coronavirus is out of control.
We've detected 2 cases of another new variant of coronavirus.
We're going to start to see more of these variants.
The variant called 501v2 has caused a surge of infections.
But this one has more mutations than any variant we've seen before.
With a higher proportion found in children.
People can get reinfected.
Even more easily spread.
The virus could come back to haunt us.
It will accelerate the surge on surge that we've been having.
Authorities are worried about a surge on top of the current surge.
Has claimed that the COVID-19 virus can actually affect your brain.
On Wednesday, Redfield said the U.S. could see 450,000 deaths over the next 3 months. CDC director, winter could bring 200,000 deaths.
New York's governor said he's worried the new mutant strain of the coronavirus could spread.
The new mutated COVID virus seems to bind a little tighter.
I believe, intuitively, it's already here. That this is another disaster waiting to happen.
Strict new lockdown has begun in the most populous U.S. state.
To prepare for potential lockdown, the new lockdowns.
The strictest lockdown.
Likely lockdowns for potential lockdown.
Lockdown to lockdown.
As you have fully 30% of the population probably infected at some point by the end of January.
On the first day I'm inaugurated to say I'm going to ask the public for 100 days. To mask.
A universal mask mandate.
As the nation plunges into the darkest days of the pandemic.
We are expecting that vaccination's really not going to impact the course of this pandemic. You know, once I get the vaccine, I'm going back to normal life. We are begging people not to do that. Just because you get vaccinated with that second dose does not mean you should be participating in things like traveling in the middle of an out-of-control pandemic, or that you're liberated from masks. Just because you got vaccinated, you still might be able to get infected with the virus.
But I would recommend to people to not abandon all public health measures just because you've been vaccinated.
The next 4 to 6 months could be the worst of the epidemic.
Tens of thousands more lives will be lost in the months to come, even with the vaccine.
Our darkest days in the battle against COVID are ahead of us, not behind us.
Pennsylvania is staring down her last week of unemployment.
The panic mode has now kicked in.
Millions more could be put out of their homes in January. Today, 2 federal unemployment insurance programs that would have been extended in the relief bill now expire.
The reverberations continue about this large-scale computer hacking operation that infiltrated the networks of several government agencies and thousands of private companies.
The hack is believed to be the largest cyber espionage campaign in U.S. history, and it's not over.
This was really an attack of massive scale.
It may not look like it, but the United States is under attack. Security officials are scrambling to understand the scope of an attack that started at least 9 months ago.
This attack is still taking place.
It's like the equivalent of a nuclear bomb going off. It's just devastating what this impact will have, not just now, but for years to come.
That this city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion.
What do you mean, biblical?
What he means is Old Testament, Mr. Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff. Exactly. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
Happy New Year!
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed these videos, please share and subscribe to the Red Lodge Underground channel.